All right, everybody. There is a bit of breaking news in the NFL as we are at the trade deadline day. We're going to see some big news in the NFL. And of course, on the rumor mill, there has been Demaryius Thomas and Golden Tate, and both of them have officially been traded. The Texans have acquired Broncos wide receiver Demaryius Thomas in exchange for a fifth round draft pick. They're also going to exchange seventh round draft picks. This is an immediate improvement for this Texans wide receiving court that just lost Will Fuller for the season. And it's an immediate just replacement for Fuller. Like that's really all this is. He's 30 years old. He's not as good as he once was. He's been struggling this season to establish some kind of rapport with Case Keenum. So we'll see if he can come into this Texans team and immediately provide some relief on Hopkins and maybe take some of the stress off of losing Fuller. And and the Texans are 5-3 in a deep playoff hunt. They're in first place, so they need some kind of they needed to replace Fuller, and they've got the replacement for a fifth round pick in exchange of and exchanging seventh round picks. So that's good for this for the Texans. They picked up a good punch. Now they have Hopkins and they have Thomas and Hopkins as a 1-2 punch. Very good. And then, of course, the Broncos walk away with a now fifth round draft pick for a player that wasn't working with Keenum, for a guy that was going to cost him, was it $14 million in a base salary next year. They're at 3-5. Why just let him sit there? You might as well trade him and see if you can get something out of it. And they did. They got something out of Thomas in a dead season, which it didn't matter. So it's good now. And it also gives the Broncos a chance for them to give more opportunities to the young rookie wide receiver Courtland Sutton, who's been very good this season. He's only been able to play in it's like 68% of the snaps this season, so we'll see him a lot more this year. He's now the number 2 wide receiver alongside Emmanuel Sanders, who of course pretty good friends with Demaryius Thomas. Says he's not happy about DT being traded, as he said to 1043 The Fan, but it is the nature of the business. People get traded, teams have to be split up. It's what's best for the team, not what's best for your friendship. Sorry, Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, I don't know. Request a trade too today. See if he'll send you to the Texans too. I don't know. But in a more sad story for me as a Lions fan, we lose our talented slot wide receiver in Golden Tate for a third round draft pick. Golden Tate has confirmed it on Twitter, as have the Eagles. So it's just a done deal at this point. Now it's probably just dotting a few T's or dotting a few I's, crossing a few T's, whatever the hell you want to say. Golden Tate tweeted, "It's been real, Detroit. I'll love you forever. Philly, Philly, let's get it." So I mean, the Eagles now have something on that offense that might be the missing piece. It might add some chemistry, might add some explosiveness for this team that's been struggling on offense. And of course, Detroit gets a high draft pick in return from the Eagles that they can use to hopefully pick on some defense that can help stop the run maybe in the future, because obviously at 3-4, Detroit's kind of looking at a long haul. And the fact that Golden Tate was on a contract year and this season kind of seems washed and lost if you're the Lions at 3-4. It's kind of like, we don't know what we're going to be. Why? And they're probably not re-signing Tate with the emergence of Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones Jr. So we can just see that he was the odd man out. He wasn't going to get re-signed, not for cheap anyway. So might as well get something out of it, and you get a third round pick out of it. Everybody walks away a winner. And of course, there's some news in the NFL that I'll go over. Roethlisberger's been dealing with a broken finger. Antonio Rogers-Cromartie has retired from the NFL. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie has announced his retirement from the NFL. Linebacker Mikael Kendricks has been suspended for the 8 games, and he can return to the NFL in Week 14 for the insider trading. There's going to be 4 games in London next season. Cup has a good chance to return versus Saints. And Bosa's making strides on foot injury. Let's see if LaShawn McCoy will be traded. Let's see if there's some big name defenders set to be traded. I don't know what else is going to happen. Anything new on the trade deadline rumors? We'll update this page really fast and see if anyone else has been traded since I started making this video. Nope. So let's see. Golden Tate, Demaryius Thomas, Damon Harrison, Eli Apple, Amari Cooper, Carlos Hyde, and Josh Gordon have all found new homes this season. Anyone else going to be traded? We'll see as the time progresses. A couple hours to go till the trade deadline's up. So here's the first set of breaking news again. Demaryius Thomas and Golden Tate have been traded. Demaryius Thomas to the Texans, Golden Tate to the Eagles. Let's see how they do on their new teams this week. Have a great day. This has been Rob.